Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sluu Hustle, and this video is titled Breaking. David is finally a murder suspect. Let's get right into it.
According to latest reports, it appears as though that David is finally being considered as a potential suspect by investigators in the death of Celeste Rivas. And of course, all of us knew that this was a long time coming for many months now. I mean, with the
It really did take them long enough, to be honest with you, with the amount of evidence that they already had. I mean, I feel like a body in the back of anybody's trunk, the front trunk, back trunk, it don't matter. A body in the trunk could just be enough for anybody to go do the rest of their life in jail. I don't know what took them so long.
overwhelming amount of evidence that we've all saw across social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, hundreds
this was
of news
crazy.
publications. I mean, we all knew this day was coming. And of course, people in the comments are saying this gotta be rage bait at this point because, I mean, why did it take this long? Literally, Thanksgiving is what, like 5 days away, and she was killed,
Literally.
what, back in late August? Early September is when we all found out about this. Another person said, potential suspect. If y'all don't just arrest him already. Like, other people are saying, why
Facts.
was he at least not been arrested, having a relationship with a minor, a missing one at that? Well, I'm not entirely sure about that. My guess is
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This right here is like the realest statement, though. Like, why has he not already been arrested for that? Like, okay, the body in the back of the car, in the front of the car, well, however you want to explain it, it couldn't, you don't have enough evidence to prove that. Okay, cool. But we know for a fact this man, this grown ass man at that, was fucking with a little girl, bro.
that
Like,
in order to charge him for that, they need like substantial, hard, concrete proof that it was a relationship, although we all know that it likely was. I'm not entirely sure if the photos or videos of Celeste and David being together and the implications of all that is enough in court to charge him criminally for that, but I
Facts.
believe they can definitely, at the very least, get him on kidnapping charges for sure. Another person said it took him months to finally come to this conclusion. Yeah, honestly, again, very wild times we're living in. However, as according to this latest publication by the New York Post, they say David being eyed as suspect in death of teen whose body was found in rapper's Tesla trunk. Report. David is being eyed as a suspect in the death of teen Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose severely decomposed body was discovered 2 months ago in the back of the rapper's Tesla, according to a new bombshell report. Police are also probing Hernandez's death as a possible homicide, sources told TMZ, though the medical examiner has yet to make an official ruling while toxicology results are pending. Investigators are, and I quote, looking at David as a suspect, end quote, in the tragic case of Hernandez after her body was found wrapped in plastic on September 8th, the day after she would have turned 15, sources told the outlet. And then here they show a picture of David and someone who looks like Celeste. I don't believe this is Celeste, by the way. Remember, there was another girl, I believe, named Celeste that looked just like Celeste, but she was actually like 20 years old. Yeah, guy was obviously obsessed with the younger Celeste, but he knew he couldn't really have her out in public like that, so I don't know. It's weird. But here's a little more info from TMZ themselves. They always have their own sources and their own whistleblowers, so they're going to be telling us more about this case right now.
Law enforcement sources with direct knowledge tell us that David is being viewed as a suspect in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez death. One of our sources claimed that the police investigation revealed around spring of 2025, David took a trip in the middle of the night to a remote area in Santa Barbara County, and he remained there for several hours. We have not double-sourced that information, and it's also unclear why a spring trip would be on the police's radar. We're also told that they're viewing Celeste's death as a homicide.
because, what do you mean? That was like the last time she was like possibly seen. I think that's the last time she was seen was like the spring, bro.
Even though the medical examiner has not determined a cause of death yet. As far as we know, there is no paperwork classifying David as a suspect, but again, as one of our sources tell us, they are looking at him as a suspect. We have reached out to David's team, and so far we have not gotten a word back.
So obviously, David is going to be the #1 prime suspect in this case. How could he not? Unless you people believe he's some kind of member of some shadow organization, Illuminati, Freemasons type shit, where you believe he's going to be just as protected as the politicians and the celebrities attached to the Jeffrey Epstein files are in this case, involving Celeste Rivas.
I think they're releasing those files, bro. I think I swear I saw something today saying they gotta release those files. Like, they got like 30 days to release the files.
Hernandez's own death, unless he's a part of the big
Don't worry,
elites. I think
we'll
he's
react to that
cooked.
too.
Additionally, according to this report, this latest report by TMZ, they say David was living in the Hollywood Hills in a rental home. Cops searched the property for blood evidence, and his Tesla was abandoned on a nearby street and towed to an impound lot where Celeste's body was later found in the front trunk, of which we all already know. Celeste's body was decomposing when it was found in a plastic bag back in early September, and
This
based
is
off
sick,
what I
bro.
heard from a different
This is
source,
sick,
they were
bro.
saying Celeste's death could result in only minor charges, no pun intended, charges after her body was found wrapped in plastic in David's trunk. Now, I'm not entirely sure why they would say minor charges, as to us and everybody in the public can obviously see that David is numero uno when it comes to being a suspect. But according to
Yeah.
this article by the New York Post, they said it's because Los Angeles cops say they have yet to uncover a serious crime. So I'm just gonna come out and say that obviously over the last 7 days, things have changed. As
Yeah,
this was
for sure.
published on November 10th. Over the last week and a half, there have been updated reports how David appears to be a prime target by LAPD now. Officially, someone said,
A lot
but
of
he
shit
is
can
still
change in a
walking
week.
around as a free man. They've been pursuing this case for months, no arrest or anything. I'm confused at this point. Same
No,
here,
literally.
same here. And I just gotta
Literally,
say,
though.
if this were anybody else, literally anybody else, fail to see how they would still be a
Come on, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. If this was anybody else, I don't even know if we'd still be even making reactions to about how the police couldn't arrest him. We'd be reacting to how long they just gave his ass. You feel me? Like, this shit is actually ridiculous. But if you watch this far in the video, I really appreciate you. Make sure you like. If you haven't already, subscribe, leave a comment, and just tell me how you feel about
walking man,
this.
free to roam around, fly everywhere, enjoy all the luxuries of the world. Additionally, according to ABC News, they say, according to sources, the girl's body was dismembered, and the process of dismembering and disposing of her body is believed to have likely involved more than one person. Mind you, the term dismembered is likely associated with the natural decomposition of the body. I don't think somebody actually hacked her body apart, but because they stuffed her body in plastic, wrapped it in plastic, and then stuck it in a trunk for months, the body slowly started to melt over all that time.
Nah,
They also say
I'm not
investigators
jacking
have been in
that.
contact
Nah,
with
I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. He must have not saw what we saw. We saw the private investigators say there was all types of crazy tools and shit were like and acids and materials that you would use to like get rid of body parts and shit. So I'm believing that, bro. He look if a nigga crazy enough to fuck with a minor and he knows she's a minor and he tries to cover it up and he can like pay people. I'm fully convinced this nigga chopped her up. I'm fully convinced. If he didn't, he had someone do it.
multiple
I'm
people
fully
they
convinced,
believe were
bro.
involved in the case in some way, sources said. Additionally, investigators said they believe the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner will determine the cause of death soon, which will be critical in making an arrest, determining charges, sources said. Additionally, on Twitter, it seems as though that people are saying they got a citizen notification, and the citizen app is for like notifications for crimes in your area. So this one person on Twitter said, got a citizen notification that David is finally being considered as a suspect. Hope that's true because there's no way he's innocent. So yeah, it seems as though that they're even reporting this stuff on the Citizens app. That's crazy. But yeah,
that's
ladies and
crazy.
gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, nah, for real though. This shit's crazy. It's going on long enough. I don't wish jail on no man, but if you doing shit like this to kids, it's like I don't even got kids, bro. But it's still get that nigga 100 years. You know how I'm coming. Just it's kids. You got multi-million-dollar deal. What the fuck is you fucking with kids for, bro? But that's just my take on it. Let me know how y'all feel about this shit in the comments. It's your boy Sluu Hustle. I appreciate y'all.